If there's a voice that can set the Hooghly on fire, then it has to be that of my guest. In fact, she has much the same effect in Delhi, Bombay and Madras. Generations have grown up hearing her sing, but few people have any idea of the secret of her success. Well, today's your chance to find out as I introduce you to Usha Uthup. Welcome to the program, Usha.
Thank you so much, Karan.
You know, you have to be a bundle of contradictions. You sing in heavy Kanjivaram saris with a whopping great bindi,
Yes.
bangles on your hands and flowers on your hair, and yet you're a pop star.
Well, I guess one could say that I'm a bundle of contradictions, but then it depends on what you look at as a contradiction, because I don't think it's necessary to wear a particular kind of dress to sing a particular kind of music. Well, I just think a song is a song is a song, and the sari is the only dress that I knew ever since I was a child.
But there was
watching
an occasion in Kerala, wasn't there, when the police mistook you for a gate crasher and wouldn't let you go on stage?
Yes, that's so true. I think that's because I had this girl next door kind of image, and you know, the policemen or the normal people on the road, they always expect or attach some kind of a glamour with somebody who's been on stage and somebody who's they couldn't imagine that someone like me could be really Usha Uthup, the singer. See, so when he stopped me at the gate and I said to him in Malayalam, I said, Nane da Usha Uthup. He couldn't believe it, actually. So I had to roll down the glass and then tell him that it really was me, and would I.
But you know, you're absolutely right when you say the contradictions don't matter, because you have an incredible rapport with the audience. Do you work at it, or does it just happen of its own?
It just happens of its own, because I don't really work at it. Actually, music is not my business, communication is. And I'm always trying better. I'm always trying all the time how I can get better across to you or to the rest of the world, because it matters to me such a lot. But I don't work at it, if you know what I mean. I'm just myself and just very, very honest.
So when Usha's singing, Usha's actually reaching out.
Absolutely. There's nothing else that matters to me except to be able to touch your heart.
Is that what happened again? I think it was Kerala. Everything happens in Kerala, doesn't it?
Doesn't
there
it?
was
Yes.
almost a riot, and you had to control the audience with your singing.
Hey, how did you know that? I must say your research is amazing. It's true, actually. There was this huge big concert in Kerala, in Cochin to be precise, and there was a terrible, terrible pandemonium, plus the rain and everything together, and the crowd just got so unruly that they had to stop the show. Thank God for that. They stopped the show and they wanted, well, stop the flow of events and asked me to get onto the stage. I think it was simply because I could sing in their language, and I sang Pyara Pyara Cochin Town, Pyara Pyara Cochin Town, and you know, the entire stadium just went absolutely berserk, but in a wonderful way. I mean, it was so fantastic, really something, a gift from the gods up above, that it happened that way.
You know, we were talking about paradoxes. There's another paradox, but this time it's almost a secret as well. Everyone thinks Daler Mehendi popularized Punjabi music, but in fact, you did it a long time ago.
It's so wonderful for you to say that. In fact, I love saying this, especially in public. A big thank you to Asha Mastana for giving me that amazing, amazing song called Kali Teri Gut Te Paranda Tera Lalni Aho. Karan, you can say Aho. Come on now. Aho. All right, that's wonderful. Well, in 1969, I started singing Kali Teri Gut in a restaurant, in a nightclub actually. And I think ever since then, I've always realized that language is so important. Language of love, yes, but sometimes when you get down to roots and you sing in the person's language, I think there's a different kind of magic.
You
Thank
grew
God.
up in a household where you had 3 sisters and 2 brothers, and practically all of you sang.
Yes, absolutely. My 2 elder sisters, the original Sami sisters, I mean, they sing and they sang like a dream. Absolutely fabulous. My 2 brothers both played instruments, guitar and flute, and sang fantastically. But what about my mother and father?
They did too?
My mother used to sing Ghungat pat ko le re tohe piya milenge. Can you imagine? Amma used to sing that, and of course my father used to sing, should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you? Can you imagine? I've never said this before.
Your father was a police officer, so he was a singing policeman.
Singing policeman, singing. What a wonderful voice, what a wonderful man. I mean, his whole character, everything was really wonderful about Appa. And I can't even imagine that I really sang his song just now.
You know, your sisters say that when she was a child, she was not only lively, she was a fantastic mimic.
Did they really say that? Well, yes. Even now, I'm a complete mimic because I think. Did you notice that?
I did indeed.
Good. Well, yes, I was a very good mimic when I was a child and also now. In fact, I was a complete clown. As I always say, if I didn't get a job as a singer, I'd be definitely happy getting a job as a comedian.
So can you sing and mimic at the same time?
Yes, why not? I used to do so many songs like that, and do takeoffs on different people. And one of the things I used to actually I sing a lot like Mannada. I mean, I try to sing like Mannada, and there's so many different people, okay, all rolled into one. But I think the nice things used to be a song called Feelings, okay. I used to sing a little bit of Feelings. You know the song, Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Da 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 dee, beautiful song. And then I always wonder why people accept foreign accents, okay. I mean, you hear a Frenchman singing English and French and you say that's wonderful. You hear German singing it, you accept it. But the minute you come to India, we're always making fun of our own people. Why can't we laugh at ourselves instead of making fun? You know what I mean?
Can you do an Edith Piaf?
Oh, of course I can. Well, I can't do her. She's wonderful. But yes, I could possibly.
Which one? Can you do Non, je ne rêve rien?
Well, no. I do a little bit in French. But when... Can I sing you a little bit in French now or a little later? Okay. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble, toi qui m'aimais et je t'aimais, et nous vivions tous deux ensemble, toi qui m'aimais et je t'aimais. And if a Frenchman sang in French, I mean in English, with that accent, we'd say, when love walks in and takes you for a spin, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. But if a South Indian has to sing, we all laugh, right? But if we can laugh at ourselves and not make fun, not laugh at.
So that's the trick, is that learn to laugh as you sing.
Absolutely. And learn to laugh at yourself, really. Laugh with other people instead of making fun of them.
But you know, the amazing thing is that I gather you never formally learned to sing. Is it actually true that you taught yourself listening to Radio Salon?
Of course, it's 100% true. I never learned a note of music.
When you'd put the radio on and you'd warble beside it.
Yes, I'd love to sing, Pat Boone songs and Cliff Richards and Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra.
So they were your gurus?
Absolutely. Radio Salon is my guru, really, if there
But there was a teacher in school, wasn't there? A certain Mrs. Davidson who thought that you had the most desperate voice.
She just threw me out of class every time and said, Sami, get out of my class, because, I never could fit into this or to that with the voice that I had. So, but she never threw me out per se. She always allowed me to play triangles or do the clappers. And then, of course...
She also always got you to sing one song in particular each and every time. Naughty Lady of Shady Lane.
Well, there was a song, I don't know, your research is amazing. Yes, she used to ask me to sing this song. It went something, the naughty lady of Shady Lane has hit the town like a bomb, something like that. Yeah, it's a great song. And she also used to be a very good listener when I used to do little takeoffs on a South Indian singing, simply because I come from
So she encouraged the mimicry?
Oh, yes, 100%. And this is how it would go. If you say, feelings, nothing more than feelings, simply touching my heart with feelings of love, teardrops rolling, simply rolling down my face. Well, yes, I love mimicry, and Miss Davidson, though she threw me out of class, really did a lot for me because she encouraged me to sing.
Usha, the amazing thing is that your professional career began by accident, as it were, during a holiday in Madras.
Absolutely.
You went with your aunt to the Nine Gems restaurant. What happened next?
Well, there was a little band playing over there, and my aunt said, listen, there's a band here, why don't you get up and sing?
So it was a challenge?
Well, not really. I mean, she just thought it would be a good idea. It was a challenge for me, because I never thought that I could get up and just sing with a band like that.
And what did you sing?
I sang and I sang, never know how much I love you, you never know how much I care. When you touch, you give 'em a fever, you give 'em a fever that's so hard to bear. Isn't
she gives me fever.
That's right. Isn't it amazing how life and music is so cyclic, everything comes back. And today, the kids think that Fever has been recorded by Madonna.
Usha Uthup.
By Madonna. Kids think, well, Well, it's great actually because she has recorded it, but I recorded it in 1969.
You went on to an amazing career singing in practically all the top nightclubs in India. But in the 60s and 70s when you were first doing it, how did people respond?
They responded amazingly positively. It was really amazing because I think it was the right time when I came in 1969 when people thought that it was the privilege.
There weren't snobs around who said, oh dear, look what she's doing?
No, not at all. In fact, I think, as I was saying, people thought that it was the prerogative and the privilege of the Anglo-Indian to, sing in a nightclub. So I think it was getting to be a time when they really needed a change. And when I sang in a nightclub, I think, people started looking at it differently. Okay, they didn't think that only men could be allowed there, or, men started changing, or people started changing their views, and there were men who came in with their wives and families to listen to me singing, and I think it was a good thing because it was definitely a change for the better.
In fact, you talk about people coming in to listen to you sing. There was an occasion fairly earlier on in your career when you were singing at the Uberoi, and Mr. Devanand spotted you, didn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Devanand and the entire Navketan unit. So many people came right here in Delhi.
Is that how you got to sing for his movie Hare Rama, Hare Krishna?
That's exactly true.
But what exactly was that song? People often say it was Dhamma or Dham, but that was Asha Bhosle, wasn't it?
Actually, Asha Bhosle finally got to recording the song. But as I don't go on to clarify every time because people think that I've sung the song. But the truth is that I was asked to go for the rehearsal, and the original thing was supposed to be that I was singing a duet with Lata Mangeshkar. Of course, for them, it's probably out of their head because they've done so many songs after that and before that. But for me, it was a milestone because I shall always remember it, not with remorse or anger, but a little bit of sadness maybe. But now I'm very happy about it because people still think that that's my song, which actually sometimes I feel it is, because I was supposed to do the original with Lata Mangeshkar. She was supposed to sing for Mumtaz, the good girl in the movie, and I was supposed to sing for Zeenat Aman, who was supposed to be the anglicized girl in the movie. Finally, for whatever reason, the duet didn't take place, and then even the song didn't take place. It was given to Asha Bhosle, and of course, I went for all the rehearsals and everything. Finally, when I asked R.D. Burman what happened, kya hua, and he said, kuch karte hain, yeah, don't worry about it. So finally, when I went into the studio, Asha Bhosle sang Dhamma Ro Dham, and there's a little following after that of a song which says, I love you, can't you see that I really do, oh please, please, please give me another chance. Do you remember?
I remember.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Great song. Fabulous. I have wonderful memories of Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Usha, that may have been an opportunity you missed, but you went on to an incredible career. Let's take a break. I want to come back in part 2 and talk about the amazing career that happened and talk a little bit also about you. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Stick with us. Welcome back. My guest is Usha Uthup. Now, if there's a city, Usha, that you're really identified with, it has to be Calcutta. Does it bring out the best in you?
Yes, I think it does, because, Kolkata allows you to be. Kolkata allows you to grow. Kolkata allows you to think. Kolkata also allows you traffic jams and allows you many other things.
Kolkata also was, at one stage in the 80s, the city where a minister called Jatin Chakraborty wouldn't let you sing in government-owned halls. He said you were corrupting the innocent and the young.
Yes, can you just imagine? Yes, it did happen. And being the daughter of my father, who believed in principles, I took him to court.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
You took a government minister to court?
Absolutely. In fact, I took the government to court because it was a writ petition, and then, of course, on fundamental rights, I won the case. And then my father sent me a message from Bombay to say, Usha, now leave it. Don't go, say maaf kar diya, and don't go on with the other defamation case.
So
because I
after
even
you
sued
won,
him for defamation.
you were magnanimous and you left the defamation
Yes,
office.
and I said, okay, you theek hai kind of thing.
Now, by some accounts, it said that before he died, because sadly the minister, Jatin Chakraborty, has since died, you actually patched up with him and even became good friends.
We were very good friends. Bless him. He was a wonderful man. And this much I can say about him was that till his dying day, even though we became very good friends and I would visit him and his wife, and till his dying day, he always maintained that he didn't like my music. And he said, I must sing Robindra Shungeet. And he just, in fact, I was lucky to have him release one of my Rabindra Sangeet cassettes, and he would never bend on that. He just said he didn't like my music, and he stuck
And
to
he
his
firmly believed he was right in banning you from government-owned halls.
No, I think that subsequently he changed his mind and his stand, because I think he himself thought it was a bit too much, you see. When everybody else walked out from the case, including Jyoti Babu and Jyoti Basu, everybody said, you know, she's a wonderful person and she sung so much for the charities that we stand for. So how can we ban her? But it was okay.
You know, you've had an amazing career. You sing in, what is it, an incredible 13 Indian and 8 foreign languages.
That's right.
That's a tally that includes Swahili, Russian, French, Malayalam.
Everything. Let me do you a little bit, okay? Can I?
Of course.
Okay. I have, and all these songs that I'm going to sing for you are all milestones in my life, because you'll know from the languages where all it comes from, and that's why it means such a lot to me. One great song and an all-time hit of mine has been Malaika, nakupenda malaika, nami nifanyeje, kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na malisi nawe, ningekuwa malaika. And there's another song which goes, kaling, kakaling, kakaling, kamaya, sadhuyagra malin, kamalin, kamaya, kaling, kakalina, kalin, kakalina, kalin, kakaling, kakaling, kamaya. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte otra vez. Ende Keralam, etra sundaram. Everybody go. Ende Keralam, etra sundaram. Jenichadingo engil kudi valarthu magalai nyan, which means Kerala. It's beautiful.
You know, it's absolutely incredible. Do you speak as many languages as you sing in?
Not really. I get by with my expression.
So how do you
really.
ensure that you've got the pronunciation correct?
Oh, I take a lot of trouble. I mean, it just doesn't come very easily. You have to work at it, and I really work hard at my pronunciation, sit with the person concerned and learn the song properly.
There was a performance you did in South Africa once when Mariam Makebo actually walked up on stage and sang with you. Did you sing Malaika with her?
No, I sang Pata Pata, which is a Zulu song with her, which was her song really originally, and then it's been one of my big hits, whether I sing in Delhi or Bombay or wherever. People ask me to sing. It goes something like this. Begana zia pata pata, egugesak, begana zia pata pata, egugesak, begana zia pata pata, egugesak, begana zia, mama ma, not zia pata pata. But the song that she really liked was my Ukrainian song, which goes something like this. Teka zala foni dilok pidam razum pobarvinak, yaprashofte benema, pidmanula pidbella. Tijmene pitmanula, tijmene pitbella, tijmene molodoho zumaru zumuzbella. Lovely
amazing.
song.
It's absolutely amazing how you can remember them and just burst into one song after
Isn't
another.
it fabulous? Which I think keeps on proving that music has no barriers.
Your husband says that he fell in love with you when he heard you singing in Trinkas in Calcutta way back in 1970. What were you singing?
Did he really tell you that?
He
It's
did
just
indeed.
amazing, because people say that he says these things, but I'm still trying. It's not happening to me. In fact, yes, I was singing a song. The first song I sang was Fever. Subsequently, he came and asked me whether I would sing Matilda for me. And to date, I think that remains one of his and all
You don't
his
mean
friends.
waltzing Matilda, do you?
No, that comes from Australia. That's not the one. He likes Matilda, Matilda, Matilda. She take me money and run Venezuela. Current Papa now, Matilda,
Matilda.
Matilda. She take me money and run Venezuela. That was wonderful.
You have an enchanting effect on people. You make even those who are completely tuneless try and sing.
Well, as I say, music
Now,
brings people together.
the amazing thing is today you're a grandmother. Does little Aisha like to hear her granny sing, or does she prefer Britney Spears and the Spice Girls?
She's the love of my life, my little Aisha. And I tell you, people think that becoming a grandmother, when I got, little headlines like the swinging, singing grandmother, I just love it so much. People think that it's another era that once you become a grandmother, it's the end of being young. But for me, Aisha has made me the beginning of being young.
And if Tina Turner can do it, why can't Usha?
Well, exactly. It's amazing. Yes, there's one favorite song of hers which I made up while hour one, I think, when she was just an hour old. I sang a song which I just made up at that moment. It says, God made the coconut tree, God made the banana tree, God made the irumbapuli, and God made me. Can you imagine? She loves that song, yes.
But your sisters say there's a sense in which Usha herself remains a child. They say she still bites her nails.
I don't believe it.
God,
Look
show
at
me
my
your fingers,
nails.
hold them up.
No, you can't, because that's the one
You've
thing.
bitten them all off completely. There isn't a
Especially
nail
today,
there.
There isn't, especially today while coming over here for your for this wonderful interview. I was really, really nervous. I'm a very bad flyer. I'm very bad before the show. In fact, I'm very bad. I just keep biting my nails, and my daughter has this constant complaint when she sees any other singer, even my sisters or anybody else. She says, Amma, just look at their nails. And Karan, I'm sure she's noticing your nails, and she'll probably say, even he's got better nails. Do something about it. Yes.
But are you serious when you say you're nervous? Because you don't look nervous. I mean,
I'm a fraud because, I mean, I look at everybody
there, that heart is going pitter-patter, pitter-patter.
Absolutely. In fact, that's why I'm so worried that the microphone shouldn't pick up all that tuck, 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 tuck that goes on. Yes,
but there is another secret of yours I've discovered. I'm told that whenever she's ironing, duck for cover.
Yes. Actually, it's the greatest therapy, ironing. And I love ironing. I've always been an ironer of sorts. Even in school, it was very important to me to turn out very smartly, even though we didn't have much. My school uniform meant a lot to me. And yes, when I'm depressed and sad, which is very rare, but I have my fair share of ups and downs, sometimes a lot of downs, but ironing and stitching just takes it all away from me.
So when you're depressed, you lose your depression in ironing.
Absolutely. And I try to, really there's a philosophy behind it. I try to iron out all my problems that way, really. And I wish I had taken my mother's advice and learned to put your clothes out for drying. When you put it out for drying, you straighten out all the folds and everything. It works better that way.
Usha, I was talking to a great fan of yours yesterday. When he found out that I was going to interview you today, he said, there's a question you have to ask her. Everyone thinks that her best songs are Viva España, Windmills of Your Mind, or several others like Jambalaya.
Yes,
but
actually.
in fact, her favorite is Havana Gila. Was he right or was he wrong?
Absolutely right. In fact, I love singing Windmills of Your Mind. I love singing Jambalaya. But now that you say Havana Gila, can I sing it for you?
Of course, we're going to end the show in that case on Havana Gila. I'm going to say bye-bye to the audience
already the
and
end.
leave them to Havana Gila.
Oh no! Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Vivnasmacha, Havana Renana, Havana Renana, Havana Renana, Vivnasmacha, Uru, Uruachin, Uruachin, Malev Sameya, Uruachin, Malev Sameya, Uruachin, Malev Sameya, Uruachin, Malev Sameya, Uruachin, Uruachin, Uruachin.